Now I'm going to demonstrate some of the presets of the AdrenaLinn II. First, here's a few of the amp models. Here's the Boogie Dual Rectifier, which is a very full-sounding distortion sound. Notice that delay you're hearing is in sync to the beat. If I were to change the tempo, the delay would follow it. Here's a Marshall stack. And by the way, that's the earlier one, the JTM50, called the Plexi. Here's a Fender Bassman for a thinner sound. Here's another boogie amp. I like boogie amps. This one is the Mark IV. It's the small studio amp that used to be used in a lot of recordings. Or it still is, actually. And that sounds like this. And finally, in our example of amp models, here's one I call the Hendrix tone. And this is very cool because it takes an amp model, but also uses our AdrenaLinn's filters to give it an extra special edge. Here's the sound. You can hear it's a very shrill treble. You can't get that out of an amp normally. You have to add the filtering to it. Next, I'm going to demonstrate some of the beat-synced modulation effects. The first one is beat-sync tremolo. Finally, you have a tremolo that syncs to your beat. In this case, it's 16th notes in perfect sync. Now here's a beat sync flanger. It'll cycle through in its flanging exactly every 4 measures. Now here's beat synced sweeping filter. It's kind of like a wah-wah pedal that goes backward and forward once every measure automatically. Here's the same thing on rotary speaker. It's a rotary speaker that's spinning around every measure. Here's a very cool one. This is random filtering. It's kind of like a new wah-wah pedal position every 8th note. And in this case, it's in conjunction with a heavily distorted Marshall sound.